Welcome back to the Padilla Family Homestead. We are in my living room right now. We got an Azure Standard haul in yesterday, and I wanted to show you what we got because I need to go put it all away. The first thing that I just took out of the fridge was our mozzarella cheese. We got another 6 pounds of mozzarella. We love this stuff. And then we got a bunch of new things this month. We are coming into holidays and we're trying to go a little bit more dairy free. And so we got a few things to try out, plus a few little things were on sale. So I got the If You Care coffee filters. This is for the pour over that I have. And then I also got basket coffee filters, so I can use these for projects besides coffee. And then I got some cooking twine, kitchen twine. So I'm excited to use that. So I got one box of each of these because they were on sale and I just wanted to see how they were doing. We're also coming into the colder weather and I am a big tea drinker. And so I was actually looking for this particular tea. I was looking for a decaf chai, and they had Firefly Chai from Mountain Rose Herbs. This is delicious. It is, oh my gosh, and when you smell it, it smells so good. It is full herbs, full herbs in there. It's amazing. And then we got this peace tea, and it has chamomile flowers, spearmint leaf, lavender flowers, cassia cinnamon chips, passion flower, and rose petals, plus it's organic. And this, everything in this is like my daughter's favorite things, so we got that for her to try. We have a bunch of mushroom popcorn left, but I have been on the white popcorn kick and I just ran out. So we got 5 pounds of white popcorn. That is our snack that we have most of the time in the house. We try to use that to replace chips and other things. It doesn't always work, but I try. Okay, so then there is this whole grain sourdough bread that I wanted to try. Plus, there are a few, I wanted to try to spice up our oatmeal a little bit. But so this is for bread and then possibly to add instead of oatmeal. And it is 9 grain flakes. It's basically to make hot cereal. It has hard red wheat, oat groats, triticale berries, rye berries, dehulled barley, soft white wheat, spelt berries, hard white wheat, and flax. So I got this one. I could have gotten the 10 grain cereal thing, but I don't want soy. Now this is not gluten-free, obviously, with all the wheat berries, so my daughter cannot have this one. So I got a little bag to see how my husband and I like it, and then we'll go from there. Because of all the pumpkin cream cheese muffins we have been making with my new recipe, I got some pumpkin seeds, and they're they're imported, but just pumpkin seeds. Got 1 pound of those. And then I also got 1 pound of tapioca pearls. This is actually for my daughter's Christmas present. She's up there, so I gotta be quiet about this. So excited about this, so she can make boba. Okay, and then with the holidays coming up, I have never been a huge gravy fan, and my husband is a gravy fan, and I needed to find a way to make it gluten-free, and with all of the more winter style cooking, I've been using my arrowroot powder a whole lot more. I was able to make a delicious gravy with it. So because of all the stuff we're doing, I went ahead and got 5 pounds of arrowroot powder. And this one I'm really excited about to have on hand. So you can get like dehydrated milk and so forth, but we're trying to cut down our dairy. We use a lot of coconut milk and a lot of things, which you're about to see all kinds of coconutty stuff. But this one I thought was great to have on hand in case there's an emergency or for some of the baking things. Plus I want to make some hot cocoa and I want to try to create a recipe with this. And it's coconut cream powder. So I just need to rehydrate this with water to make coconut milk or coconut cream, depending on how thick you make it. So I'm excited to try that. I got a 3-pound bag, and then some more honey, orange blossom honey, because it is the best. So next thing we're going to do is go through this fun stack of boxes, and I'm really excited about trying these out. This first one is organic coconut milk, and we've been adding with doing like curry and the squash soups. We use a lot of this coconut milk up. What I liked about this one is that it is organic coconut extract and water. There's no gums in this or anything else in it. It's just coconut and water. So I got this brand to try out to see how we like it, and we'll go from there. I did get a case of 12 of these. Now I still buy coconut milk from like the refrigerated area, but it's nice to have a something that's doesn't need the refrigerator. Oh wait, this is another one that I'm really excited to try. I didn't even think this was a thing, so that was weird. There's something on it. Oh wait, this is coconut whipping cream. I am like really excited about this. Now this has coconut extract, and then it does have the gar gum in it, but you're supposed to be able to just whip this up pretty easily, and you're supposed to like refrigerate it overnight ahead of time and whip it up. So I'm super excited to try this. I think this will be good for all of our fall and winter baking, and maybe some of our coffees. We'll see. I got to experiment with it. I went ahead and got the case of 12 on that as well. This next box was actually what started the whole order. And that was sweetened condensed coconut milk. I got a case of 24 of these. I wanted to try to use this to make, what's that stuff called? It's like caramel, but not. Dulce de leche, right? So I wanted to try to use this. This is also what you use to make fudge, like actual sweetened condensed milk. So I want to try this out. It says it's rich and dark, and so I'm very curious to the flavor profile for our holiday baking and so forth. So I'm looking forward to trying this out and using it. I've seen a lot of recipes with it. This one again is just the coconut extract and coconut syrup. So there's no other added things in it, which I really liked. Let's see. This box is coconut cream. It's also for baking. And this one has no none of the gar in it. So it is, again, just coconut extract and water. So I got the whipping one purposely for whipped cream, but this one is for if I want something a little bit thicker than coconut milk. So I'm just happy to have this on the shelf. I've used both of the cream and the milk from the cans previously, so I just liked that it didn't have a bunch of added ingredients to it. And then we are looking at making like a pumpkin pie and some other recipes that require evaporated milk. And so I got evaporated coconut milk. I did get a case of this. This is going to last us a while. I don't use a whole lot of evaporated milk on a regular basis, but there are some recipes that I've been wanting to try and a couple of pies that I wanted to do. And so I went ahead and got a case of the evaporated coconut milk. And that was my order. So lots of fun canned goods that I've got to go make room for. I am probably, if I get my act together on this video, because this is posting tomorrow, I'm hoping to use my regular condensed milk fudge recipe and try to make fudge, a quick fudge, with the sweetened condensed coconut milk and some of the allergen-friendly chocolate chips and white chocolate chips that I have. So if I can get that together, I'm going to tack it on to the end of this video. If you like hauls like this, I have a whole list of videos. We had our September haul, but August haul was a fun one where it was my biggest order ever, and I broke it down cost-wise on what it would have cost me to buy this stuff at Walmart versus at Azure Standard. Some of the stuff you couldn't even find. And so I think the big difference here is the quality of what I'm getting and the cost savings with the quality and being able to actually find it without a bunch of additives. So I'm excited to have this stuff and to give it a try, and hopefully right after this portion you're going to have a fudge recipe. Okay, we'll see you on the next one. So I was able to get to making the fudge recipe this afternoon. The first part of the video, though, cut off. So what I did is I mixed 11 ounces of these mini chocolate chips that I get from Azure Standard. I will put what the ingredients are in them on the screen. I mixed those with 1 can, which is 6.15 ounces of the sweetened condensed coconut milk that I got from Azure Standard, and I am microwaving them in 30-second intervals. So the first part of this, where you saw the bowl for the first time, that was it had already gone in for 30 seconds. This is the second 30 seconds, and there's going to be one more. So it took 1 minute and 30 seconds to melt it all down completely. So again, I'm using the mini chocolate chips here, and if you are using regular size chocolate chips, that could take probably another 30 seconds longer. The important part is to not overcook it. You don't want to burn it. While that's in there for the last 30 seconds, I am going ahead and prepping a glass dish that has a lid so I can pop this in the fridge. And I'm lining it with parchment paper to make my life easier. So I'm going to do a final stir right here, really making sure that everything's incorporated and silky smooth. So I started to question myself here for a minute at first because I put in the sweetened condensed coconut milk and it had extra liquid at the bottom, and it kind of reminded me of what coconut milk has water at the bottom. But this particular sweetened condensed coconut milk has no water. It is just the coconut syrup and the coconut extract. So It's totally fine, and it mixed up well, and it did not seize the chocolate at all. So at this point, I'm just scraping it into the pan. This would have been easier if I had a larger silicone spatula, but I didn't grab that. I grabbed a small one. And I'm going to scrape it into this pan. I'm going to evenly distribute this. Now, how wide your container is and so forth is all going to depend on how thick your fudge pieces are. So you can decide how thin or thick you want it by what size container you're putting it in. You can fill the whole thing across. You can just do part of it, however works for you. The point is to get it in here and then get it covered in the fridge and let it set. You can also do like any flavor, I've done this with butterscotch chips with regular sweetened condensed milk. I've done it with white chocolate. You can add like marshmallow and nuts into this and so forth. Now the sweetened condensed coconut milk says it needs to be used within the 3 days after opening. So I don't know how long this lasts for and is good for in the fridge, because this is my first time experimenting making this. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at it and you are trying this out. So I could have just trimmed my parchment paper here, but I didn't. It was at the length it is, and I just used it as an extra layer and cover. The parchment paper really makes this easy. So you're going to put it in the fridge for a few hours. I put it in for about an hour and a half, and you're going to see here that the edges kind of look duller than the center. The center still looks glossy, but the edges look dull in color and or in their sheen, and so the edges are done, but the center is not set. However, it was getting later and I wanted to make sure I got this out, and I wanted to try it and really make sure it actually tasted good and that the texture was good and all the things. So I try it, and I cut my husband a small piece and he tries it and we both enjoy it. I will say this is definitely more up my alley. This is a little too sweet for my husband's taste. But that's fudge in particular with him. It's just that way. Okay, so I'm going to get this put back in the fridge because it's not totally set. The edges were, but not the inside. But man, is this delicious. It's a little too sweet for my husband. But this will hit the spot for me. So what I'm going to try to do with this is take it and freeze it, and then take some out as I want it, because we don't eat like a ton of sweets. So this will be nice to have some when I want it. But I'm telling you, this stuff it comes out that dark. Like, that's the color. My video messed up at the beginning and it wasn't recording when I thought it was. So it is really dark. It mixes, I think I did three or four times in the microwave at 30 seconds, and it was totally melted, ready to go. So this is super easy. It was great. I really like the flavor of the sweetened condensed coconut milk. And then I used the allergen. Where did I put them? These probably melted so fast because I have the mini chocolate chips too. But these are the allergen friendly chocolate chips. So I believe they're dairy free as well. I get them from Azure Standard as well in bulk. And so between using the allergen free chocolate chips and the sweetened condensed coconut milk, I believe it's all dairy free. I'll have to double check my chocolate chips. But this was great. It was good. I'm glad it works. And something fun to try. If you're looking for a dairy-free fudge, this could absolutely be an option. And yeah, so I hope you liked today's Azure Standard haul and the recipe. And I will be doing an order next month because I ran out of seasoned salt and Parmesan cheese went out of stock. And I need some beans apparently. So we are going into chili season and have no beans. I really blew that one. So there'll be another Azure haul next month. Not a crazy one, just a small one. But I hope you have fun trying something new, and we will see you on the next video. Bye.